My name's Johnny Pitts, and although I grew up in the UK, I've always been inspired by my father's African-American heritage and the civil rights history in the American South. So I'm on a journey along the civil rights trail to experience firsthand the soul of the South. Today, I'm in Montgomery, Alabama. Known as the capital of dreams, Montgomery is a compact city brimming with civil rights history. Like Dexter Avenue King Memorial Baptist Church, the National Memorial for Peace and Justice, and the Court Square Fountain, once a central hub for Montgomery's slave trade. I'm catching a ride with Michelle Browder, whose unique tours through Montgomery educate on this rich civil rights history, including legendary local figures like Rosa Parks.
Living as if you're a third-class citizen, not respected, not treated humanely, is what caused this courageous woman not to give up her seat. There's so much more to the story.
When people come to a space that was connected to the civil rights movement, what do you think people get from that?
To be enlightened and for your eyes to be opened on what really happened in history, you're not only able to reckon with it, but it will prompt you to do something about it and to ensure that it doesn't happen where you live. Going to all of the museums is great, but when you go to the actual communities, I think you get a different perspective. So if you look outside, you're at the Black Lives Matter mural. I designed it and painted it along with my colleagues.
During the 50s and 60s, black-owned businesses across the American South were vital in making civil rights a reality, serving as safe spaces for education and secret meetings. Brendas Barbecue Pit is one such establishment that still exists today.
We've been here since 1942, yeah.
Your grandma must have set this up and would have lived through the civil rights movement. What kind of role did this place take during that era?
Her and her sisters, they were very heavy in the voting rights and the civil rights, and so they had secret meetings back here, and people who didn't know how to read and write, they tutored them. It's more than barbecue here. It's barbecue and legacy. We get a lot of visitors from all over the world, and they say, well, what sets you apart? The pit is a big part of it, the sauce.
So you're going to teach me the secret ingredients of the sauce then?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
How about seeing if you can actually help us cook it? So we're going to head over to the pit.
Wow, this looks incredible. You can really feel the heat in here. Oh, that smells so good, that chicken. JB, is that okay? Yeah, I'm getting this on head.
So, you know, you were asking about the history of the place, Johnny. This is actually my grandmother.
Wow.
This is a picture of her on the front line of the Selma to Montgomery March. She had Rosa Parks out here, Martin Luther King, everybody, and this is her. Sometimes when I think about my grandmother and all she did, the legacy, the person that she was, most of the time I'm at a loss for words.
My next stop through Alabama is to the internationally recognised town of Selma. The events that took place here, including the start of the Selma to Montgomery March back in 1965, changed the world forever. I headed to the coffee shop to meet owner Jackie Smith and learn more.
The history of this cafe, it's a 1960s diner. Back in the 1960s, all restaurants in this area were naturally segregated. So now we are the coffee shop.
And of course we have the Edmund Pettus Bridge there, which does serve in some ways as a beacon of light in history in terms of the civil rights movement.
It is. People come from all over the world to cross that Edmund Pettus Bridge. We've served people from, as this map will show you, the four corners of the world. It's quite an amazing testimony as to what Selma means to the world.
Could I add a pin onto the map?
You are more than welcome to pin the map.
Okay, I'm pinning this one from my hometown of Sheffield.
Montgomery and Selma have been truly inspirational stops on my journey, and I can't think of a better way to end my time here than taking a walk across a civil rights landmark, Edmund Pettus Bridge, in the footsteps of those who fought so hard for the freedoms my father enjoyed.